Co.za.
It's 8:22 on the Morning Jam, and as promised, we've got Gelfand Kausiyo, the General Manager of Broadcast Facilities at the SABC. Welcome to the Morning Jam.
Thanks, Kenny, and good morning to you.
Well, first of all, thank you for building us these beautiful studios.
Thanks.
We really appreciate it. But you've taken it further now. What may have been considered a white elephant at the SABC, but I mean, you know, there was that period where, with the transition, etc., and the National Philharmonic Orchestra moving out of the SABC, not being housed here, the M1 studio was, kind of left there in the corner to do its thing.
Yes, what happened is that the SABC was left with this double volume space, you know, very high acoustics with unique features in the world. But then, you know, with nothing much going on there after the National Orchestra Symphony, I mean, the SABC, we decided to, you know, bring an element of a revamp of M1 so that we could incorporate a lot more other genres of music. Yes.
Now, this studio traditionally has been used for live music recording. Is it going to continue in the new phase?
Definitely, it will continue to be used for live recordings, but the new element in it is that now you can do DVD recordings as well. So you can actually have a live DVD recording. So
you can have a studio audience as well?
Yes, you can have a studio audience. What could happen there, you could also, you know, you because the capacity used to be 160. Now it's doubled. It can sit 300 people in there. And we can take the feed live from that studio into any one of our radio channels, like typically Metro FM.
Right. So you could have a live concert, and that could be broadcast live on the radio as well.
That's right.
Awesome stuff.
Instantly.
So I'm just thinking about like MTV Unplugged. Could you have a situation like that where you've got a soundstage?
Yes. At the moment, we are in discussions with our partners, SABC One. They want to, you know, they are conceptualizing. There's a lot of thinking going on around, you know, an mini idols type of thing, and you know, these are all ideas that we are brainstorming them. But what we know is that the venue, you know, you can use it for endless, possibilities. As far as we know now, we have a 300-seater with a high acoustics in there, which is built for a TV, type venue as well as for radio output. So the ideas are going on, the discussions are carrying on, and we know that we've got a lot of things lined up for the next few months.
All right, will certainly be a shot in the arm for South African music and, showcasing that. But I'm just thinking, in terms of the SABC mandate, one hears about it and, making broadcast media accessible to the citizens of the country and empowering them to have access to it. But here's a very practical way of actually doing that.
Yes, that's right. You see, the SABC is about, empowering the citizens of South Africa. And typically here we are, empowering South African musicians. We are harnessing local talent. What we are doing now is, providing a unique, music facility from which our great artists can, create content and generate local content for the industry.
All right, let's get a little technical, especially for music producers who might be listening at the moment. What sort of equipment have you slapped in there?
Yes, this is one of the, the bright moments for me when you ask me that question, Kenny, because we are very proud as the SABC to say to you now that, we are the first in the country, in South Africa, to have brought into the country an SSL, Solid State Logic C200 music production console.
Okay.
Now, if you ask me, why are you proud of this console? The simple answer is that, people look up to the likes of Mariah Carey, they are big in the music industry. Lady Gaga, Timbaland, what makes them tick? If you go to their studios, they have a C200 Solid State Logic in their own studio.
Wow.
And what people do is they actually travel to America. Some of them go to the UK, just to have an experience of what this console can do for you. And we are proud to say we have got it in-house.
Wow.
So we are the first in the country.
So this is basically taking over from where, say, the Bop recording studios used to be back in the day in Mabatu?
Thank you very much. Yes. We are typically, taking it to another level.
Yeah.
In a much more, versatile fashion, and it's much more digital, this console. It is instant, recall buttons like you can't believe it. With additional 5.1 surround sound, which offers 64 channels for Pro Tools mixing inside there. So there are endless possibilities. Musicians love this tool.
Can comedians do stand-up shows as well?
Yes.
And record DVDs or audio CDs?
Yes. In discussions with SABC One, they have similar sort of thought lines. I mean, they're thinking about things like that. So yes, because it is a venue, you can do theatrical performances in there.
Okay.
And there's amazing stage lights imported from Germany.
Wow. So it sounds like a big investment to not just the SABC, but also South African talent at the end of the day.
Yes, very much so. We have also, employed or deployed rather an HD high definition screen, which is it's the first of its kind, which will project your image to almost like 10 times your image.
So this is not just going to stimulate South African music, because you talked about people going overseas to try and use this kind of facility and the equipment that you have there. But I mean, it's certainly going to be assisting Africa and Southern African talent as well.
True that, because when we spoke to Kwela Tapes the other day, they have ideas of bringing in some people from Africa. And I mean, when they mentioned the fact that we do have a SSL C200, the SABC, I mean, these guys were wowed. I mean, we've got inquiries now from all the way north. Nigeria, people are calling from Kenya. On our website, we're getting hits as far north.
Yeah.
People wanting to inquire about what they can do musically in South Africa.
Awesome stuff. Right, before we go, you've got a launch happening tonight. Tell us what's going down.
Tonight, it's the big one. We are launching in a big style, because we understand, when you do launch a music facility of this nature, you'd like to showcase it to the market.
Sure.
So we've invited the music industry. We've invited the music recording companies. We've got important dignitary guests that are coming tonight. We have the likes of MXO, the group, playing Kwela Tebza tonight. We have Asanda Bam. Jezel Brothers will be performing with Anton Hussein, who does Afrikaans, songs.
Yes, I haven't seen Anton in ages, man.
Tonight is a perfect opportunity to visit M1. You will see him there. And then Tux Singanga. We have also Stimela. You remember Stimela?
Oh, yes.
They're performing live tonight.
Is Brare going to be there?
Brare, when he speaks Stimela, I'm sure you're talking Brare included. So yes. Stimela is the group.
Awesome.
I believe so, yes. So Winnie Kumalo is also performing, as much as you have Future Sound, Bricks, and guess who is the last closing act is Ringo Mandlingos.
Wow, that's an awesome lineup right there. Keynote speaker, who's going to be our keynote speaker?
Our keynote speaker at this stage, we expect the ministerial delegation here. So we will have a mix of the board as well as a ministerial delegation. And, it's yet, we're yet to get the minister himself to grace this occasion. And I believe, that's the plan at the moment.
Well, I should have told them that we're going to have karaoke tonight.
Yeah, kidding.
All right. Yeah. So any parting words before you leave us? I know you've got a hectic day ahead, so what would you like to say?
I would like to say to South Africans, if you are into music, whoever you are, whether you're a musician, a startup artist, or a fully blown, musician who is looking for, new ways, very innovative ways of doing things, recording your live DVDs, or doing extremely complex music setups. You come to RBF Studios at the SABC.
Bottom line, is it an expensive facility or not? I mean,
it is an expensive facility. The console we are talking about here, you would think twice before you actually go and purchase this one.
No, I'm saying from a user point of view.
Well, from a user point of view, it's affordable because we can strike deals. We are not. We know the South African market. We know the pocket, and we're always willing to see what trade-offs we can get from one another. Perhaps joint ventures.
So, if people want to get quotations to get more details on the studio setup, your website.
The website is www.rbf.sabc.co.za, or you can log on to the SABC website.
Alrighty, Mr. Gelfand Kausiyo, General Manager of Radio Broadcast Facility. Thank you for sharing this time with us, and we wish you all the best with the launch tonight.
Thanks, Kenny. Hope to see you and the team, Metro FM team, down there at the M1 studio.
Thank you. Okay. And we're not talking highways here, people. We're talking music studios.
M1 the highway to M1 the studio.
Right, it's 8:30. Time for your headlines now with Refuware.
ANC Secretary General Gweta Mantashe says the